Yes, good morning, people. Today is the 20, 22nd of May 2023, and this is part 27 of my English series of Shafston Story. And and the 20 part 26 is just a ride through the community for people who have not been here and who would like to see the where I live. It's down the hill, and I'm driving to the beach, and I drive through the community. So, and I comment in English and German. So, okay, so this is part 27, and the title of this thing is Strawberry Hill, of this series is Strawberry Hill. Now, one day, Willie and I were on the north coast, and we visited Chris Blackwell in his beautiful house, Pantry Pan. Um, and he showed us all around, and we had a fantastic afternoon with him. And we were talking about this and the other, and Chris told me that he knew Shafston very well because his first girlfriend came from Shafston, because he used to spend his holidays with his mom down at the Bluefields Great House, which was a guest house at the time. And he got to know this girl and fell in love with her, and she was from Shafston. So that was just a little into uh, just a little story there. And then we talked about the hotels, different hotels, and he has this beautiful hotel up in the Blue Mountains called Strawberry Hill. And he said to me, Frank, the only hotels in the world that the only mountain hotels in the world that make money are in ski resorts. Otherwise it's always a very difficult thing to make money with mountain hotels, which I've realized too. I mean, at the beginning, I just had this formula with the young people, and it was just this ongoing party, and it just worked out that way. But you can't have $25 all inclusive all your life, because you're not making any money, and you have to have a huge volume. And I decided I just can't manage that anymore. So I went up with the price, and then people started, oh, yeah, you're too expensive. No, we can't afford you, and so on. But I mean, if you look at it, I mean, even down the little hotel in Belmont, which is really nice, Lunacy Hotel, um, an all-inclusive costs $350. Yeah, and I'm charging $100 all-inclusive. That is not too much. Anyway, to get back to the story. I said, Chris, I love Strawberry Hill, and I stayed there a couple of times. And one time I was staying up there, and Marianne Faithful was there, and she was awfully drunk and so on. But no, but I said, yeah, but I have one criticism about the place. And he said, oh, so what's that? And I said, well, let me tell you this story. Yeah? So I had this girl from Switzerland. Her father was a professor of economics in Zurich, and she had stayed with me. I don't know, three, four, five times. And then one time she calls me and she says, "Look here, I'm going to come to Jamaica, but this time with my parents, and they invited me, and we're staying at um, Half Moon in Montego, which is a very very posh uh, hotel, a five-star hotel, and so you're going to come and see me there?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." So I came and saw her there, and she introduced me to her parents, and they were very sweet. And her father said, "Hey, Frank, we would like to see something from Jamaica, because here in the resort you don't really get to see so much, and I think you would be the perfect person to do a tour with us." And I said, "Yeah, I'd love to do that." Yeah. And he said, "We would like to do one stay somewhere. What do you suggest?" And I said, "Well, I think Strawberry Hill would be a great place to stay." And he said, "Yeah, that sounds great. All right, let's do that." So we went on our tour and we had a wonderful time and toured all around Jamaica, and I showed them everything. And then we came to Strawberry Hill and we checked in, and the rooms are not quite cheap there, at $500 a room. And so that would have meant he would have had to pay for 3 rooms. Um, and then his daughter said, "Hey, well, Frank and I can stay in 1 room, then we don't have to pay for 2 rooms." And so we did that, and we had dinner, and it was, nice, lovely dinner up there, and then eventually went to bed. Now, Strawberry Hill is quite high up in the mountains, so it's a bit cold up there, and the beds are not out wide either. So one thing led to another, and the girl was extremely loud. And the problem is that the rooms have these, over the doors, they have these lovely fretwork, cut out wood things, but noise travels out there, and so you don't have much privacy. So the next day at breakfast, it was a bit um, kind of awkward, to say the least. No, I mean, actually, they took it quite well, I must say. But I told Chris that, and he really had to laugh, and he said, "Well, that's just how it is." So that is the story for today. A little story about Strawberry Hill and our trip around the island. So, and please like and subscribe. I want to get 1,000 subscribers. I want to monetize this because they're already running ads on my videos, so I might as well make some money. And I need 1,000 subscribers to get the channel monetized. So please help me with that. Pass it on. Tell your friends about it and say there's some crazy dude in Bluefield that tell crazy stories about Jamaica, and just pass it on to your friends and let the channel grow. So have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow, and with some more. I have some more really, really wild stories coming up. So see you then. Bye bye.